All right, hey y'all, long time no see. I haven't been posting videos like in almost a year. I will do a very quick life update in a different video later this week, but I did want to show you my budget. Now I budget semi-monthly because I get paid on the 30th and then I get paid on the 15th. So my budget kind of revolves around my paychecks. I don't like doing just a 1 month at a time budget. It just doesn't work for me like mentally. I just have a hard time figuring out my bills that way. So this is my budget for my June 15th paycheck. It is currently the 18th right now. So I have been spending. I've been putting my stuff in. I've taken my cash out for my cash envelopes. That is a different video for a different day. So to get started, I received $1,245.21. This amount changes and varies a few cents every month. I usually just start by budgeting $1,200 and I get my budget down below that. So in the end, when I get that like $45 and some odd change, my budget's pretty much done and I can focus that extra $45 wherever I need to. So right now I have planned that I'm taking $175 out of this paycheck to put aside for my July rent. I might put a little bit more. It really just depends where I end up at the end of the month. I live with my boyfriend and he paid the electric, water, and sewer bill, and he also paid the gas bill. And he will also be paying the internet bill as well, so I don't have those factored in. Normally, I actually cover pretty much everything because he has 2 children and almost all of his paychecks goes to pay child support. And to me, I pretty much would be paying these bills on my own if I lived by myself, so I've been paying him, but he's been getting a ton of overtime, so he wanted to contribute financially this month and he wants to, so I said go right ahead. Groceries, I take out $200 for 2 weeks worth of groceries for the 2 of us. He helps out in any way he can. I just went grocery shopping yesterday, and normally I buy 2 weeks worth of groceries and spend close to $200, but I actually have like $60 left of our budget, and I meal planned and I bought enough groceries to feed us for 2 weeks, so that's pretty exciting. A gym membership. I recently got a gym membership here at the local gym in town where I live. Now I have moved away from my college town, and originally I had bought a membership and I paid 6 months in advance. It was like $150, and now I'm just going month to month. I get a membership discount because I am a teacher. So instead of paying $38, I get to pay $28 a month. So that comes out of this paycheck. My auto insurance will come out of my next paycheck. Here's the debt that I'm still working on. $58 for Discover, American Express $35, American Eagle $65. My car payment is $229 and some change. The rest of my credit card is $42. My little itty bitty private loan is $17.75. That's the minimum payment. Capital One is $92, which is crazy high, but I'm okay with it because it gets it paid faster. So here are my envelopes. Now I used to take out a ton of envelopes, but I've kind of streamlined them. I used to take out an envelope for personal care. I moved that up with groceries. I used to take out money and put it in an envelope for household supplies. I put that into groceries. I just kind of streamlined everything because it was getting too confusing at checkout. Gas, I took out $120. I don't know if I'm going to use that. I was kind of planning to be spending a ton of it. My grandmother was in the hospital for a stroke, and then she also had a cancer scare. They believe she had lymphoma. So like with my last paycheck in the last 2 weeks, I was driving an hour to where she was at the hospital every day and then driving an hour back home. So I thought I would be going through quite a bit of gas, but thankfully the cancer biopsy came back negative. We are still dealing with her stroke, but she's home now. My father's able to stop by and help her out. I'm going in to see her once this week. I don't think I'm going to be using $120 worth of gas. Now, this is the amount that I would take out when school was in session and I was working. I'm a teacher, so I do get paid through the whole summer, which is awesome, but I'm hoping that I can decrease the amount of gas I'm taking out just this summer since I'm not going to work. I'm not driving and commuting an hour to work and back every day. It was a half-hour drive to work, half-hour drive back. Entertainment, I didn't take out any this month. I very rarely fund entertainment. If there is a movie that Joey and I desperately want to go see, like last paycheck, we really wanted to go see Deadpool, so we each put $20 in the entertainment fund. This 2 weeks, there's nothing we really want to go do. I always try to take out a little bit for eating out. We are trying to cut back. We used to spend $100 per 2 weeks, but we have been pretty good about going and staying only under $60. And I didn't take any cash out for this. Normally I put it in my cash envelope, but because my grandmother was in the hospital and I was eating out quite a bit, I think this is going to go over, but I was just swiping my debit card. In all honesty, that kind of just happens when you have a family emergency. You don't always have time to go to the bank and get out cash. But I do want to do better. So anyway, I have planned 60. I haven't had everything go through the bank yet, and I forgot tips that I left. So as it comes through the bank, I'm adding it in. I do think I'm going to go over 60 though. I didn't put anything in clothing and makeup. I don't need anything. So I didn't put anything in there. My cats, I budget $75 for them every 2 weeks, so I go through about $150. I have 2, and they have dietary issues, so I have to buy special cat food, and that can get pretty pricey. So far, I've just had to buy their dry food, and it was $18, but I do have to purchase and order their wet food. And I don't take cash out for this anymore. I used to, but since I've moved and I'm not having easy access to Petco anymore, I do order their food now, so I just keep it in the bank, and then whatever is left of this $75, I transfer to savings for upcoming vet visits. These are my sinking funds. What you can't see here, because I'm kind of waiting to see my final amounts, is I am trying to buy new tires. I need about $500. I have about $100 saved up so far, so whatever is left out of all my cash, I'm going to be putting in my car repair so I can get my tires fixed or my tires replaced. I also have to get a brake fluid flush, so in total I need about $650, and I'm kind of working my way towards that. I put my emergency fund on hold because to me tires are more important right now, and I don't fund any other ones except my cat's vet. Whatever's left in my cat cash envelope goes in here, and I do just have random things for the future that I want to start funding. This was my miscellaneous. Sometimes I just add things. When I was in school, I was budgeting $20 a paycheck to buy supplies, things I needed for school, or for work I should say. Don't really need to do that now. PicMonkey, I was using an editing software. It was like $7.99 a month. I really don't need that anymore, so I did cancel it. I did have this I can actually delete. I had to go to the ER one night. I accidentally ingested a nut, so I had a $60 copay. Weight Watchers I was doing for a while, but I found a free app, so I'm no longer paying for my Weight Watchers. I keep my hair color here just in case I randomly have $50 to go get my hair done. I don't do that very often. I wish I could go as much as I want to, but I go when I have like 4 inches of roots showing. And then my Light Energy. This was a late bill that Joey and I had to pay when we moved from our old house. So yeah, that is the budget so far. I still have $48.13 left that I can budget, and I would like to take all 48 of that and just put that in the fund for my tires, and maybe get a little ahead on my rent so that it's not such a large chunk of my next paycheck. So yeah, I will give you guys an update near the end of June of how I did. One thing I will point out, like when I take out my grocery money, or my gas money, I don't typically keep track of my expenses. I just take that money out of the bank, and then I have zero remaining. And then if I have any cash left over in those envelopes, I will put them in. I have envelopes for all of these sinking funds, and I also have an envelope for rent because my landlord prefers cash. So if I have anything left in these, it goes somewhere like in my rent envelope or in one of my sinking fund envelopes. So that's just kind of how I do things. I don't account for those. Like in my mind, this money is budgeted, it's spent. So if I didn't spend all 120 in my gas envelope, I can put that in a different envelope and it's still zero-based budgeting. I'm just not really keeping track of it. I know that's weird, and I've tried so hard. I've tried many different ways to make this a little easier, but in my mind, that's just how things work. I will probably, if you want to see, do a dedicated video on how I budget. I just wanted to show you what my numbers were looking like for the second half of June. I hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you're having a blessed day, and that your June budgets are on track and you're meeting your goals. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch y'all real soon.